Alrighty, so as I look through some of the ideas that the Raimondo administration has brought to the table that GrowSmart has reviewed, what do you think is the single most purposeful thing that the Raimondo administration has done so far to move the state forward?
Well, I think putting together a comprehensive economic development package that really encourages development in the areas where development makes the most sense and is most needed, mainly in our urban areas and in our town centers. I think that this collection of incentives and tools is very noteworthy. I think one of the more innovative ones is the notion of state tax increment financing, which I know is a term that probably makes people's eyes gloss over.
Yes.
But it's a good addition to the local tax increment financing that already is allowed, and not many states do state tax increment financing. And I think it's a good way to get infrastructure improvements that are critical to having major new developments
Explain to
occur.
everybody what it is real quick.
Well, in the case of the state tax increment financing, it's saying that a percentage of the increased sales and income tax that's generated by major new development is going to be used to offset the cost of that development, and particularly the cost of infrastructure investments by the state that are required to make the development feasible. And local tax increment financing is done around the country. It is done to some extent in Rhode Island. One of the problems, though, with tools like this, and this is where there's still a big challenge for the state, for the Raimondo administration, for us at GrowSmart, frankly, is to make sure that the potential users of these incentives can use them effectively, can understand how to use them. And a lot of our cities and towns don't really have an economic development apparatus within city and town government. So they need some technical assistance. And we've looked at the idea of a public-private partnership to provide some of this technical assistance. How do you use tax increment financing? How do you go about pulling together the necessary technical and financial resources to clean up brownfields? How do you redevelop a major historic building, an old industrial building in your community? What kind of zoning changes do you need? Those are things that are pretty daunting for a lot of our communities, and they're a barrier to making really significant things happen sometimes.
You like